They picked the worst possible day to hike the northern ridge. Not because of the weather. Skies were clear, the air crisp, but because of what waited between the rocks. Something neither Gavin Holst nor Riley Denmer had ever imagined outside of campfire stories. The trail wound upward in narrow switchbacks, the kind that forced them single file. Gavin walked ahead, boots scraping gravel, while Riley joked about how he should have trained more. Their breath fogged in the cold as the pine forest thinned and the jagged peaks rose like broken teeth. Midway up, Riley stopped. "You hear that?" Gavin turned. "Hear what?" A low tremor, like something huge exhaling beneath the earth, rolled under their feet. Birds scattered from the treetops below. Gavin frowned. Probably a rock slide. But no stones fell. They kept climbing until the trail split around a massive boulder. Both men paused. Deep scratches, parallel, uneven, and far too wide for any known animal, marked its face. The stone had been gouged as though by something dragging itself through. Riley's voice dropped. What could have done that? Gavin didn't answer. A faint metallic smell drifted on the wind, like blood left out in the sun. They rounded the boulder. The ground beyond had collapsed into a sinkhole nearly 8 meters wide. Jagged roots stuck out like ribs. Something moved at the bottom slow. Deliberate. Wrong. Gavin instinctively stepped back, grabbing Riley's arm. A limb rose from the shadows. Not a paw, not a claw. Something smooth, pale, and jointed too many times. Riley's breath hitched. "No, Gavin, no." The limb unfurled further, followed by another. Then the head rose into view. It had no mouth. No eyes, no features, except a stretched, semi-transparent membrane pulsing over a skull-like shape beneath. The thing swayed gently, as though sniffing the air without a nose. Riley whispered, "It's blind." Gavin whispered back, "Then stay quiet." For a full 10 seconds they didn't move. The creature's head tilted, listening. The membrane throbbed. Then it lunged upward with terrifying speed, hauling its massive body out of the pit using its many jointed limbs. Gavin and Riley bolted. The trail behind them exploded with breaking branches as the thing gave chase. Its movements were soundless, except for wood splintering under its unbelievable weight. Gavin shouted Riley's name when his friend stumbled, but there was no time to stop. They sprinted downhill through trees that blurred into streaks of green. Riley gasped, "Why? Why is it so fast?" "Just keep moving." They reached a narrow ravine they'd crossed earlier to flat stones, bridging a rushing stream. Gavin leaped first, landing hard but balanced. Riley followed, but the moment his boots hit the other side, the creature crashed through the trees. It didn't jump. It fell. Its weight collapsed the rocks and sent water spraying in all directions. Riley screamed as the thing's limbs wrapped around the ledge, hauling itself upward with a wet, sucking sound. Gavin grabbed his friend's wrist, pulling with everything he had. "Come on, Riley, come on." Riley's eyes widened in terror as a pale limb closed around his ankle. Gavin pulled harder. For a moment, Riley rose. Half a meter. A full meter. Then the monster yanked. Riley's grip slipped. Gavin's hand closed around empty air. Riley disappeared into the frothing water and the white, faceless mass beneath it. Gavin staggered backward, screaming his friend's name until his throat tore. The only answer was the creature's limbs retracting, dragging its fresh prey deeper beneath the surface. He ran. Branches tore at his jacket, rocks bruising his shins as he scrambled blindly downhill. Every sound behind him made his heart convulse. He didn't know if the creature followed. He didn't look back to find out. By the time he reached the base of the mountain, dusk had begun to swallow the sky. He collapsed near the ranger outpost, banging on the locked door, sobbing for help. His voice cracked into broken pleas. When the rangers found him, he was shivering uncontrollably, eyes glassy, pointing toward the ridge where he'd last seen Riley alive. A search team went up the mountain at first light. They found the stream. They found the collapsed rocks. They found deep, unnatural grooves carved into the earth. They did not find Riley Denmer. They did not find the creature, but one of the rangers returned pale as the dead. He claimed he had seen something in a hollow crevice above the ridge, something that shifted without sound, something pale that withdrew into the dark when he looked directly at it. He refused to go back. Gavin Holst never hiked again. He never returned to that mountain. But at night, in the edge between sleep and waking, he swore he could feel something brushing against the walls of his dreams' jointed limbs, searching blindly, learning his scent, as though the creature remembered him, as though unfinished. Thanks for watching. Is there anything you'd like to see in a short horror story? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe.